Welcome to Philosophical Words, where we discuss a word and its meaning to philosophy. As always, our discussion is not the only way to define these words. Without any further ado, let's discuss. Today, we are talking about behaviorism. I know we're diving a little bit into the place of psychology with behaviorism, but we are looking at behaviorism in the context of philosophy. So, first off, let's first get a general definition. What is a general definition of behaviorism? This is a systematic approach to understanding the behavior of humans and animals. Behaviorism focus is that all behavior are acquired through conditioning. This conditioning could be environmental or they could be conditioning as in internal conditioning. This conditioning could be good as in good habits are rewarded and bad habits are punished. Also, in the context of philosophy, we can see that behaviorism states that the external environment determines certain reinforced behaviors. Is this true? In some contexts or in most contexts, yes, this is definitely true. The environment does reinforce certain behaviors. We in philosophy have to ask the question, to what extent does external environmental factors reinforce behavior? We know that yes, living in an environment with structure or without structure can reinforce specific behaviors. As we ask this question, to what extent can environmental factors help with specific behavior? Because most behaviors can be learned as well as unlearned through mindful practice and effort. Good behaviors can be learned, bad behaviors can be unlearned. That's what this means. This asks the question, learn environmental behavior that are instinctual to every single individual. Is it possible to unlearn them with time? To that answer to that question, many people have different answers to that question. But yes, there is a possibility or there is a very highly likely probability that certain instinctual behavior can be unlearned. But again, most of this you have to be very mindful of. You have to have a structured plan to help you unlearn this specific behavior because you have to understand that it is not something that's going to be happening in the next few months. It is something that's going to take years to unlearn. At the same time, is it possible for an outsider that is not from an environment to learn a particular set of behavior that are not familiar to them? Again, that answer is yes. They can learn a behavior that is not familiar to their environment. But the difference is that behavior is not instinctual. But it is definitely possible for somebody that is not part of an environment to learn certain external behaviors. These are questions that are very important. Many people have different answers to these questions. As philosophers, we have to give you an answer, but we know that an answer is not the answer because in philosophy, there is no such thing as the answer. The answer we give in our discussion today is one of few of general as well as one of many answers. But we all know that generally there are specific answers that basically are one of the biggest way to answer these questions. Anyways, thank you for joining us today in Philosophical Words. We will see you in the next episode.